What's going on YouTube? My name is Dogman the Hero, and welcome back to One Day at a Time, my Minecraft survival experience. I almost forgot what I was going to say there. In the last episode, we went ahead and got started on building my proper base. We made some pretty good progress, but then we completely ran out of resources. We got a decent amount of glass left, but we are completely out of like spruce wood, glowstone, deep slate. We're nearly out of copper. Just completely ran out of everything. But today, I want to do a bit of resource gathering, and then I want to do some more work on this place. And I really want, ideally, to finish off the other four sides of the building by the end of this episode. And I think that's perfectly doable if we go ahead and do a big old resource gathering. Especially, I did some checking on, or I did some experimenting while I was editing the last video, and I think I figured out how I might be able to make a pretty good looking time lapse. So I really want to do kind of a old school mumbo jumbo resource gathering time lapse. I think that'd be pretty fun. Because again, we gotta gather like I gotta mine copper, wood, glowstone, just so many resources I've gotta get. I almost debated maybe doing like going to the end today, but I just realized that I'm not ready to take on the Ender Dragon yet, but shulker boxes would be helpful. But we're gonna put that on hold for a little bit longer. And yeah, I think it's about time that we do just a little bit of resource gathering. So I'm hoping this turns out as well as I'm kind of envisioning it in my head. So during this time lapse, I just want to talk about a little bit about a couple things. One being my Pokemon Infinite Fusion Type Switcher Nuzlocke, which I do want to get back into making. I've currently found myself in a situation where the only thing really stopping me from continuing with the episode is I've got to grind up the new teammates that I've added for the Steel typing. And I'm very much struggling to find the motivation to do that because I guess there's kind of a disconnect in my brain right now about like the video versus just sitting there listening to music, grinding up team members, and it's making me, it makes me not want to work on it, which it is a shame because I really do want to work on it. I really enjoy making that series overall because it's a fun thing that I don't think anyone else is doing right now, um, and it allows me to upload related content to both TikTok and YouTube, kind of causing a back and forth there between those two for as much as that means with the size of both of those right now. Um, but that's something I kind of like doing is not posting the same content to YouTube and TikTok, but if I can find a way to make the things related without literally like posting gaming clips or something like that, that's something I want to do. So there's a reason for people to watch both, but it's not the same stuff and it's not completely unrelated. Although maybe I don't help myself by having my TikTok and my YouTube have such vastly different names, but I made them at different points. So another thing I wanted to talk about is college. That starts up for me and well, most other people. I'm pretty sure. Just at the basically at the end of this month, and I'm a little stressed about it because quite I haven't quite landed a new job yet after losing mine towards the end of my last semester. Um, I've got some things that some places I've applied to. I'm hoping to hear back before the semester begins, and I've got the first part of the tuition payment already covered. But I'm really excited for the specific classes that I'm going to be taking, especially because I've got another drone class lined up for this semester. And the one I took last semester was really fun and actually got me my Part 107. Although I keep forgetting that it's been months and I keep forgetting to actually go and actually get my license. Uh, I don't know why. Every time I think about it, I'm like, yeah, I'll do it in a bit, and then I forget again. But those sorts of drones classes, they scratch an itch in my brain, so I'm always really excited to have one. If any of you are looking for like an elective to just kind of fill out a general spot in your college schedule, I definitely do recommend a drone class. they're super fun. You learn a lot of fun facts, and you know, it's another avenue that could come up. It's another useful tool that could come up later in life. That's, you know, always nice to have. And I definitely enjoy it, and the sorts of people that I met through those classes are always very chill. So I would definitely recommend that to anyone who's thinking about that sort of thing. Um, I went blank there for a second, and I can't be doing that when I see. This is the I don't write scripts uh, for this part, but generally ever. It's actually it's caused me frustration in other college assignments because I had to do videos as a part of an assignment. So no, I hate video assignments. Like, just let me write something down. I translate my thoughts way better, especially when I need to be cohesive, like with an assignment, on paper than I do out loud. And even if I wrote down a script, I still would lose where I'm at and completely completely fumble it. In fact, scripts honestly hurt me when I'm trying to do like these sorts of voiceover things. But what was my original point? Oh yeah, I don't write scripts. I just kind of stream of consciousness that stuff. And it's definitely sometimes detrimental because I find myself getting distracted and rambling, which is why usually I'll follow an outline. Didn't think to prep one for this, but you know, I definitely that was a lesson I even learned in public speaking, and now I'm not using that knowledge. What would my teacher say? Probably not much. He was a very chill dude, but still. Um, yeah, next time I'll definitely have to get a proper outline out, but not a script because I don't like scripting things. All right, we are back, and that was pretty successful. We've got quite a decent amount of tough, a good amount of copper, which I'm actually toss the tough. Or wait, yep, okay. Decent amount of spruce logs, and even some diamonds. Although, I don't know how fast that time lapse is gonna end up being yet. So you might have noticed there at the end that there was more. And in my haste of, you know, I figured, hey, I've got to keep inventory on. I'll just kill myself to get back to base. Um, yeah, I missed at least one diamond because a skeleton shot me while I was trying to mine it. Still, you know, 23 is not bad. Also, just now realizing there was actually some more useful materials back at the starter base. Well, that's fine. Because I actually do need to do one more thing. And actually, I don't. Wait, no, I don't have the materials. Unless I have some gold back at the starter base. I was thinking it might be less grindy to try and because I've got a oh, I actually don't have as much as I thought left. Okay, yeah, I guess we're just going regular glowstone mining. I was thinking about getting a basic piglin bartering farm set up today, which I probably would have handled mostly off camera just because that seems like a really boring thing. But I think we're gonna have to... Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to do regular glowstone mining. Although, why am I making a stone pickaxe? I don't want to use up my diamond one yet because we've got a good amount of diamonds. Wait, no, we've got the ender pearls for because we've got books here. Yeah, we can just straight up make one. We can just go steal the obsidian from the nether portal because they always spawn in with 4 extra. I don't even have to go find lava. Because I was thinking I want to. Even though it won't be, I don't have the bookshelves to get to max level enchantments. I really ought to just make a boat. I don't have the I don't have the bookshelves to get to max level enchantments yet. That's something I'll need to do later. I want to try to see if I can get lucky and get Silk Touch. Get Silk Touch on my pickaxe now. What did I need? Oh yeah, so we can just get exact amounts of glowstone. Actually, it's more this way, because if we follow this little stream here, we get to my nether portal. I really gotta move it over to the base. That'll probably be a like pretty soon project. But yeah, so let's do that, and then we'll see about getting and then we can do some easy glow. I was gonna do that during the time lapse, but after that, you know, dying and missing a diamond, I figured that's something I need to. Did that went into the port? Oh no, there it is. And it's so cool standing right next to another portal and hearing it. It's got to be one of the best sounds in Minecraft. I know people like, they say often, you know, oh, it's, you know, the nether portal sound is very annoying and loud. But I don't hear it. I don't hear the annoying part. I don't know why I'm still recording this. That was a strange decision. We'll leave it in. It's not that big of a deal. But I will pause while I run back over and get this made and double check that I actually have lapis over there. So I ran all the way back to the old starter base, right? Because I wanted, well, both the spruce wood, but also for the cave. There's tons of copper down there. I forgot there's a massive cave system I live next to. That's a little embarrassing. But I guess next time. Plus, still need more. I don't have a ton of spruce trees over here, so I probably still would have had to make the trip. Diamonds, and good, I do have some lapis. So let's make our enchanting table. And we'll just put you here for now. See if we get lucky. Unbreaking, efficiency. Nope. Maybe. No. Sword. I don't know. I'm testing the sword. Axe. No. Does it? If we break it and move it, do the enchantments reset? Efficiency. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. That checks out. So, no luck with Silk Touch. That's a little unfortunate. I should have figured with no bookshelves. That was probably the most expected outcome. Do I have more scaffolding blocks? Dirt. Okay, good. But yeah, so I'm gonna pause again, get some more glowstone while the copper smelts up, and then we'll be back. Alright, we are back. And yes, I did once again just kill myself to get back to base. Now, I should say, because I like being upfront about this stuff, I did go into creative a couple of times, and that was mainly because I kept falling off my dirt pillars after I built all the way up to the glowstone, and I wasn't gonna deal with mining it back up and going back up there. Just seemed easier to save a bit of time, and okay, we got nearly a stack. I thought we had a bit more with the full stack and a bit of glowstone dust, but we don't even have enough to. Yeah, but yeah, if you don't believe me that you know, I only use creative because I kept falling off and need to get back up, I'm sorry. Oh man, this is on the lava now. That's good. Well, maybe a bit. Well, no, because we got two more over here. Yeah. I feel like a good number of YouTubers are a bit too worried about using creative just as like a. I get it when they play on servers because you're not OP'd on a server, but when playing single player, I feel like some of them are too like, you know, they're too wary of creative even when it's just being used as like a slice of life feature, and that's weird to me because to me, creative's just a way to save a bit of time. Like, I don't want to have to build all the way back up and mine all over again just to get there. So I'm just going to go into creative for a bit and fly back up. I guess it is a... Oh, I didn't grab the pillars. See, if this was a taller stack, I'd use creative to go back up and just place that one block. And then, in fact, you know what? Nah, I'm going to do exactly that because it just saves time. And this is what I mean. So, we grab the block, we fly up, we place it, we toss it, land, back to survival. That's basically what I did during the resource gathering. I fall off the pillar and just fly back up. So, let's see. Do I want to finish this off or start on the other ones? I feel like I should finish this wall off. Just because... I mean, it's sitting right there. It needs to be finished. So we've got 4 exposed, bit of glass. Probably want a couple extra bricks as well. And then I'll take this bit of copper, craft it into blocks. Toss that back in there. And then we toss those into there. That's definitely going to be enough. And then we'll put these in offhand. Well, I'll pause while I get this last bit built in. Alright, so we've got all that put in place. Yeah, that looks good. That looks really, really good. And I think that's a good basis for how the copper definitely adds in the color that I wanted. Now we're still having some of the copper smelting, but I don't think that should stop us from grabbing a couple more things of bricks and some of the spruce, bit of glowstone as well. So we actually do have a full stack. I forgot we had that last little one in there. Probably won't start working on the floor right away, but I want to try and get this wall in. Where did I put that dirt? Because we're definitely going to need that. So, I want to try and get the whole of this one in place. And that shouldn't be too difficult, especially if we just kind of like put the copper to the side for now. Just start with the... Oh, I feel sneeze. If that picked up on the mic and was super loud, I apologize. But sort of be like that. And then we can see how far back we'll have to go. Actually put my shovel in my back slot. Yeah. Get the foundations for this wall put in, and I kind of want to do that all the way around. Although at some point, I gotta keep track of when I get to the middle. Because when I get about center, I want to stop the windows. So, we'll get that in, and I'll be back. Alright, so, again, full transparency. I was kind of in the zone double checking this, and I didn't want to mistake. So, I did just do a time set command rather than actually going to sleep. Just because zombies, what is their pathfinder? I swear, they go from, like, blocks away. Where did that freaking drown that... Okay, over here, I guess that isn't crazy, but... So if I've done this right, 1, 2, 3. No, I messed up. I messed up. Because there's supposed to be a window, and there's not a window here, so we need to adjust. So that's supposed to be the window, which makes this the gap, which makes this the... which makes this... I made it slightly longer than it needs to be, I'm pretty sure. Or... shit. I've completely lost what I had. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So then this is our corner. This should be the corner here. Like that. That should be how that should look. And I guess we can test by total blocks by going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, so that's 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay. It lines up. So yeah, so that is the total length of our base. That's the inner things of the square, and now with this one we can actually just do straight across. We don't have to count, and then we'll just have to mirror it, because this is the center bit here where I don't want to have the windows anymore, and then this is... maybe that one should be the last window. Do we do last window on the center, or last window before the center? I think we do it on, just so it's more easily recognizable. So where our last window is on this side is gonna be our center. I feel like that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, this is gonna be... it's a bit smaller than I thought it would be, in all honesty, but I still think it's gonna be really good. Yeah, I can easily build a storage system along this back wall. Especially, I'm gonna pause and get the others. I guess schematics would be the right word to use for the other sides in, and I'll be back once that is. Alright, back again, and it looks... forgot to put in that brick. It looks like everything lined up. We have now got the whole foundation, that was the word I was looking for earlier, of this base in. It's a little hard to tell because the center is still messy. We haven't flattened it out yet, which we're gonna need to do because I don't want to leave these bits. Well, this part's not floating, but I don't want to leave any parts floating. So we're definitely gonna need to do some light terraforming, even just enough as like, hey, bring this down so that it looks connected to the ground. But that is looking pretty good with all the base walls looking. It'll get a bit easier to tell once we start actually building up the walls, which we do have the materials to start on some of those. I'm gonna start on, I guess this side's as good as the other. So we can get started on that, because I think some of that copper, it actually might, furnaces might have gone off because of the lava. Yes. So we'll fix there. And we're back. Okay. So while we're waiting for some more of that to smelt, let's get another stack. I think tough might be our limiting factor still. We might need to... The good thing is, technically when you're tough mining, you're also iron mining. So let's see with the resources we have now. let's get everything we can in. Yes. And so I'm going to place in as many of the actual walls as I can, and then we'll be back. Alright, back again. And that's looking pretty good. I was worried about the look of the copper in the wall without the windows. But no, I think I really like that. I think it's a subtle touch of color, but I think it still works, and I think it's probably better than if I just tried to like do like a single copper line all the way through, especially since we did have these gaps in the windows or in the where the bricks come down again. Yeah, but there was a bit more. I'm really bad at calculating resources when I'm building things in Minecraft, apparently, because that was almost 4 stacks. So we can probably build this other side, but we're gonna have to do another resource gathering mission if we want to get the back wall in today. That's... I like that that's starting to really oxidize, though, because the green looks a lot better than the orange. So it's starting to go. But we definitely need... quite a bit more to really finish it off. So, I do think I want to... We are starting to run low on the glass panes too, so we'll grab some more of those. I definitely do think I want to try and get as much of it in with the resources we have. Especially so we can start kind of terraforming and lighting up the inside. Because I think it'll look really good once we start doing that. Man, we actually depleted a decent amount of our spruce as well, doing just the outline. But once we can start getting the floor in, we can really start playing around with the interior of the build. A bit more. There's going to be some awkward spots in the spruce floor where we kind of have to... Because like here, it's 5 thick, but then here it's 4 thick. But yeah, so I want to try to get this side in all the way. And get this looking all nice and good. I've kind of been doing it like this, kind of like I'm a 3D printer, just going back and forth, placing in layer by layer, and that definitely worked on the last side. On that side, it made it really, yeah, that looks really good from a distance. So I'm gonna start getting this wall placed in, and then we'll see what we can do with the back wall before we have to gather more resources. Yeah. All right, so I was actually wrong again. I guess I overestimated how much I used finishing off this wall, because that only used... Well, it did use a bit, but that means we should be able... Like, this one doesn't have the reprieve of being getting broken up with the glass, but we should still be able to get a decent start on this. Like, if we just... See, so this is gonna be the least resource-intensive wall. And honestly, it's still actually quite a bit, isn't it? And was the next one... That's 1, 2, 3, then stop. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. So this is where the break is. Wait. It's definitely getting a lot easier to build it as we go along, and everything keeps lining up. So I want to, yeah, I'm gonna get as much of this in with the 2 stacks we have left. I don't think it's not going to be enough to finish the whole wall. I know that for certain. But I want to see just how much I can get in. Alright, back again. Oops. Whoops. Nearly left my mic up. But we are back, and we've got in pretty much everything. We're missing about a stack and a bit of deep slate to finish this wall off. Shouldn't be too hard to get. I can probably get that before we wrap up today's video just by ducking into that cave system we saw nearby. But next up, I want to take a break from the walls for a bit and start getting in as much of the floor as possible. Especially because the floor is going to be really easy, because we just use the windows as a guide, and we go out and about like this, 5 by 5, and then we place a glowstone in the center. And the best part is we can kind of get as much as we have spruce, and then just use torches, or even just leave them blank to finish off the rest. I don't know if the amount of spruce that we have would be a little less than 8 stacks total will be enough to straight up finish all of this. Although I need to immediately use, well, actually, to avoid touching my spruce supplies, we'll just pop over to this tree right here and use a bit of oak wood to get because I need a new shovel. This one's like about to break. No. So that's a modification. We'll just craft that all into sticks and see if we can't. There we are. You only need one, especially since there's a whole forest nearby. Another thing that I'm realizing might be a bottleneck is definitely I want to expand the lava farm once it fills next, because, well, we smelted everything, we are completely out of lava. And I feel like if we had a backlog we could fall back on, that wouldn't happen as much. So, what was I? Right, new shovel. And I think I'm going to make 2. Just to extra be on the safe side. So, I'm going to get as much of that in as I can with the materials that's on me after sleeping, because that area is still not quite lit up yet. And then, we will be back once I get that in. Alright, yeah, so I am very bad at estimating resources, because that honestly feels like barely anything. I guess the 2 stacks of logs we got will be enough to get like half of this done, but like to get the inner, like the whole inner circle done, we're gonna need loads we're gonna need like actually loads of spruce wood, and I thought glowstone was gonna be the limiting factor, and then like double the amount that we need for down here, we also need up there, minus like the middle section. And I'm still torn on the water elevator, so I don't know if I want to do something different. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to craft up that second stack of logs I got. And we're going to see... We're going to see how far this gets us around. Hopefully, I want to get the whole ring in for the outer edge today. I really want to like start moving stuff in here so we can kind of prep things. Yeah. So guess let's keep moving. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to gather more spruce wood. That's pretty much everything I had, and it's now gone. You might also be able to see from... Wait, did I not finish this area off down here? Or is it just naturally... Oh yeah, it's just... This area's not connected yet. We'll fix this. I did do... My inventory started filling up with dirt, so I was like, let's fix that. And started doing a bit of kind of terraforming to get the base actually connected to the ground. I think I didn't do any on the other side, so that still needs work. But man, dang, this is gonna take a lot more wood than I thought it was. Which weird. I was a math kid in school, and I'm having trouble visualizing the calculation of how much wood I need to fill in this massive area. I guess it's because I'm not thinking about... Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about 25 minimum for each one of these, and then occasionally there's strips that cost 5 more. Well, that's why we've got a little bit of a spruce farm over here. Put this dirt away. We are making good headway. Definitely do still need. Do we have any more lava? We've got a bit. There's not really any point just filling up one bucket. Definitely do need to keep. I'm gonna do some more resource gathering because, like I said, I want to get the edge of the ring finished off today. Alright, so we are back, and oh yeah, that's starting to look really, really cool. As you can see, I went and got some more tuff, finished off that back wall there, and this is looking great. Wow. Still a bit messy. We still need to straighten up the inside, get a bit more spruce wood. Honestly, I'm half tempted to just like jump cut the gathering and just fill all of this in. And then yeah, I might do that. Although I am running really low on iron because I did go ahead and expand the lava farm when I saw that the two things were full. And we're running low on food. So definitely is going to be a ooh. But I think we still just got to do it anyway. If I have to go gather more iron, there's some literally right over there. And there and there and everywhere. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to want to do is just get the floor done today so we can say that we've got the foundation in. And pickaxe. I really need to go diamond mining so that I get to a point where I just feel comfortable using my diamond equipment all the time. Honestly, after this pickaxe, I might just, because I do have a good surplus. And you're gonna be kidding me. But yeah, so I'll probably go back to the starter base to gather up the spruce wood, just so I don't have to wait forever for these trees to grow. Probably gonna be. So it took 3 stacks and a bit of logs to get this outer ring in. So I'm thinking. How many would it be? Say 5 stacks? If we gather 5 stacks of logs, that'd probably be good. I think that's what I'm going to do. Go gather 5 stacks of logs. I'll probably end up making a diamond pick for that, just to... Yeah, that's the plan. Alright, so, got all the wood gathered up, although I didn't want to start recording here again. Just real quick, for full transparency, I used Creative to get some of this. I still removed... I threw away my iron axe. I did the calculations and realized with one iron axe you can get about 4 stacks of logs. And my iron axe was basically at full durability. But I really just want to finish off the base and I want to make it quick. So I used Creative, threw away my iron axe, added the 4 stacks of logs to my inventory. Then I removed what I thought would be approximately that much worth in trees while still in Creative, just so that, you know, I'm not technically generating a large amount of resources. And then gathered the last stack and a bit in survival after crafting up my diamond axe. So I just, you know, full transparency for that. I did technically cheat. Judge that how you will. But, you know, if I'm gonna cheat, I'm gonna be honest about it. Alright, we are back and it is now quite a bit later. I realized I was kind of crazy when I thought 5 stacks would do it. I needed like twice that much to finish the build. Still realized I had something in my mouth that I was You guys ever, you know those little like plastic rings on the water bottles? I don't know if it's the best habit to have, but I always take those off and I kind of chew on them. It's like I don't know. But yeah, so I need like 14 stacks of logs. I feel no shame in admitting I used the give command, both while digging this out to add some iron shovels, because I mean it's fucking dirt. But also to give myself some extra glowstone and some spruce logs, because yeah, I didn't have enough glowstone either. I don't feel any shame in admitting that, because by the time I dug this whole thing out, I was done with gathering resources. I wanted this built. I might go and erase, like, still maybe in creative, go to like the snowy forest and chop down some more trees to actually give the illusion that I didn't just spawn in these resources. Same with the glowstone. Toss out the iron for the shovels, which, how many did I even? It's no big deal. I'm not as concerned about the iron because you can get it so easily with so quickly, because but here it's like 4 shovels. Okay, I throw away 4 iron. I could mine 4 iron in like 30 seconds. I just didn't feel like tossing down a crafting table every time. That one's a bit more childish. I'd probably, you know what, yeah. For that, I think there might have been more. I closed the world to eat dinner, so either way, at least those ones. I don't know that how many others I might have tossed out. But we have got this all built, and now that I know what it's gonna take to build this layer, and there's one more after that that's also this size. Thankfully, after that it gets a little bit smaller, but now that I know it's gonna take so much to actually get these things built, and that looks good. I definitely want to do some planning to make it not as strenuous, because part of the reason like gathering the resources was such a big pain in the butt was I had to go super far to do it because my portal's all over there, then I had to run through the nether, then so what I want to do is I want to try and break onto the nether roof to build my own little like nether hub there, so I can just straight shot to the other portal, easy as pie, don't have to deal with mobs. Probably also involves bringing the nether portal over here so that I can get here super easily. I also want to take down the dragon so I can get to the end cities and get my hands on some shulker boxes so I can gather massive amounts of resources without filling up my inventory once and then having to go and dump everything in chests, because those are full of dirt. Thankfully, building another nether portal, even if I go break that one over there, it won't be hard because I've got that lava farm now. If I just let it sit for a bit, well, there's 2 in there. Okay, yeah, so I just need to get a full harvest twice, and I've got enough obsidian to do it. I'll probably do that off camera. It's not really that big of a deal. Honestly, at this point, it won't even damage my pickaxe, I don't think. Like, basically nothing with that efficiency 1, or with that unbreaking 1 on there. So, yeah, I'll probably do that off camera. Probably want to build like an actual building. I do want to build it out here, I think, at least for now. Maybe at some point build it on an actual layer up on the top, but I don't want to build it in here because, well, where would I put it? I'll probably also start moving some of my stuff into here, like bed, enchanting table. Start setting up I want to build an automatic storage system using redstone at some point, but I don't know how to make auto sorters yet. So that's gonna have to wait. But this is a lot of space to play with, so we definitely, yeah, that's gonna be, honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that many items, but I definitely want to do that at some point. But yeah, I think this is gonna do it for now. I definitely know now what it's gonna take to finish this base off if I want to stick purely to survival. No more cheats for me. Probably. No, I make no promises. I play the game for fun, not for integrity, so if it seems more fun to just, toss in an extra stack of something, I probably still will. But for now, that is going to be the end of this video here. I really hope you guys enjoyed. This is a bit different for me. I tried some new techniques with this, with that time lapse earlier, which I still need to record the voiceover for. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that turned out well and didn't nearly give anyone epilepsy. Gonna have to figure out the right speed to actually put that at. But if you did enjoy, be sure to like and consider subscribing because, well, I'm only like, what, 34 when I'm recording this, I think. So I'm 16 away from being able to live stream, which that just sounds really fun to me. I don't know if I'll have to make changes in the way that I record videos to do that, but I want to find out because I watched a friend's live stream earlier today and it was really fun. So I definitely want to try that at some point. But yeah, until next time, always remember to take things one day at a time. And also, hail Gerald.